Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Home Cooking with Peter Serpico. Today we are going to make a crispy skin salmon with some soy vinaigrette and some spring vegetables, okay? And I'll show you a really good trick on your fish. Alright, so this is Ora King salmon, okay? This has actually been previously frozen. So with fish, you just want to make sure that it's not, when you smell it, it doesn't smell too strong, number one. And number two, when you feel it, it doesn't feel tacky. That's when you know it's like a higher quality fish. Okay, so I'm going to show you this trick today, and you can apply this to any time that you want to cook fish with crispy skin. Okay, let me plug in my I forgot to plug in my induction burner. Okay, so here we go. So we want to start our induction burner on a low setting. Let's see, we'll turn it on. We'll start it off at 3, okay? So this is the only thing that you really need for the trick. Two things. Number one, I feel like you should always cook your fish in a heavy pan. This way your heat doesn't fluctuate so much. So if you have a heavier pan, it does take a little while to heat up, but it also holds the heat really well, and it holds a consistent heat pretty well too. So today we're using our Great Jones deep cut, probably one of our favorite pans that we own. Thank you guys at Great Jones. And then you're gonna need this. This is a piece of parchment paper. It's used in professional kitchens, usually as like a lining for sheet pans and things. It's basically like a combination between, I'd say, wax paper and just regular paper, okay? So I will show you how to get started. Okay, so we're gonna start with a little bit of canola oil. You wanna use any vegetable oil that's usually kind of has a higher smoke point. But the key is we're not really cooking the fish at a high temperature. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to render the skin, we're trying to render the fat out of the skin, and we're trying to cook out any of the moisture that's in it. And that's what yields a nice crispy skin. Okay, so we have our oil here. You don't need a lot of oil, just a real little bit, okay? And just remember, when oil's cold, when you put cold oil in a pan, it'll expand. So any amount of oil that you put in a hot pan that you don't think is enough is probably enough. And I feel like that's like a big mistake that a lot of beginner cooks make by putting way too much fat in the pan all the time. It's not necessary. Also, the salmon's pretty fatty, so it's gonna release a little bit of fat. So we have a little bit of oil in the bottom of the pan, parchment paper, a little bit bigger than the fish, and that goes right on top, okay? A little bit more oil right on top of that, okay? So now we're gonna take our salmon, here we go, press it skin side down, and it goes right on top of the parchment. And you see this? You can move the fish, you can move the parchment, and nothing's sticking, okay? So now what we're looking to do is we're just looking to render it. So I don't know if you can see, but there's only really small bubbles. And in the beginning, when your fish has a lot of moisture in it, you kind of want to press it a little bit. And you can actually feel the water popping underneath the skin. And that's what you're looking for, because we want to cook out all that water nice and slow. And that's what creates a crispy skin, okay? So this is a pretty slow process. I feel like with a lot of fish, everyone thinks that you need to cook it really fast because they're afraid of overcooking it. But if you kind of change your mindset a little bit, and you understand that you're basically, with fish, you're just trying to warm it through the flesh so that it is cooked nice. And the lower the temperature that you cook it, the bigger your window of not overcooking it becomes. So fish, I feel like, is one of the hardest things to cook out there, besides vegetables. All right, so we're pressing it, pressing it, pressing it. Don't press it too hard because you don't want to destroy the flesh. Okay, you just want to make sure that you can feel the water. You can feel the water popping. Okay. All right, and that looks good. Okay, so we'll let that go. Right, give our hands a quick little wash. We'll let that go nice and slow. We'll keep half an eye on it while we finish up the plate. Okay. So we're going to use this plate today. This is from our friend Brian Ginewski. He is a super talented potter in Philly, and he made these plates for us. They're beautiful. They look like cookies and cream almost. All right, so we're going to use this plate today. So if you see here, the parchment paper is browning a little bit, and that's just fine. But let's turn this down to 2. So we started at 3, now we're down to 2 out of 10. So we're at like a medium low right now still. Okay. So here we go. We have a little bit of lettuce in our fridge. We made sure that it is cleaned and washed. Okay. So we're just going to chop this. And don't worry about getting too crazy about the size. Okay. And that just goes right in the middle of the plate. And you can use anything that you guys want. You know, avocado would be really nice on this. We eat a lot of avocados in the house. Ours are not ripe right now, and that's why I wanted to do this channel. I want you guys to feel like you have confidence and don't feel like you have to follow a recipe, because everyone likes different things. Some people don't like avocado, so I would just recommend you not using it if you don't like it. Some people have allergies, dietary restrictions, things like that. Okay, so we want to make sure that in this channel that we can kind of include everyone. Okay, so we have the lettuce down. Okay, next we'll do a little bit of asparagus. Spring's just started in the East Coast, so we're pretty excited about all the spring vegetables. And for this asparagus, I'm just gonna shave it raw. Okay, so because I'm gonna shave it raw, I want to cut it really small, and we'll cut it on the bias. Okay, and like I said, don't worry about your knife skills. If you feel like you don't have good enough knife skills to do something like this, just cook it. You can just blanch it, no big deal. Blanch it, make sure you put it in an ice water bath afterwards, so it stops the cooking process. And make sure you take off any of the excess water too, because you don't want it to dilute your sauce, okay? Any water is gonna dilute your sauce. So now for the salmon, this is when we season it lightly, a little Himalayan sea salt, okay? That's good. Okay, and then Charlie's favorite cucumber. Okay, we'll slice this into little rounds. Okay, don't get too crazy. Okay. That goes here. Okay, beautiful. We'll move that over a little bit. Okay, and now we'll make our soy vinaigrette. Okay. Let's see, we got soy, we got sesame oil, okay. Sesame seeds. Okay, beautiful. So we'll take this bowl here and just make our vinaigrette. Real simple, okay? Smaller spoon. So we'll start with a little bit of soy. This is organic Kikkoman soy. Just a little bit. This is for salinity, okay? And then we'll add a little bit of rice vinegar. If you see a recipe that has rice vinegar or sometimes it says rice wine vinegar, they're the same thing. Don't sweat it. So we're gonna use this for a little bit of acid. But also, hi baby, wanna say hi? Hi. All right, Charlie's on school break. All right, so I want to use a little bit of lemon too. for acid. Okay. Put this over here. Lemon goes in here. Nice little lemon juice, right?
Yeah.
Okay. A little bit of sesame oil. This is some toasted sesame seeds.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we got some honey from Farm 51, our friends at Farm 51 in West Philly. Okay, this is for sweetness.
Yeah. Speaking of honey, I feel like I want honey lemon tea.
Okay, I'll make you some honey lemon tea in a little bit, okay? You want to mix this for me? Yeah.
I'll keep it for the bottle. Ouch!
No, be careful, okay?
Bottle.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so now let's so you see this fish now? Looks pretty good, right? So let's take a look at the skin side. Okay. You see how good that looks? Okay, we can go a little bit longer, okay?
I think you added too much honey.
Okay, we'll see. So we're probably 75% there right now, okay? And like I said, the flesh we don't have to. That flesh doesn't need to touch the pan that much because we're gonna warm it so slow through that we're just gonna have to kiss it on the other side to cook it.
Kiss it.
Kiss it. Can I have the vinaigrette, please?
Oh, it's not ready yet. It's not mixed.
Okay, mix in. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay, taste. Maybe
what?
maybe a touch more soy.
Yeah, I put too much honey.
Yeah, a touch more soy and a little bit more lemon.
Oh, there was too much honey.
Yeah, you were right. Okay, a little more lemon, a little more drops. Beautiful. Okay.
I'm just coming down for a drink.
Okay. Okay, and then this
My fans too.
we've re-seasoned this, and that's why I don't want to follow the recipes either. I want you guys to everyone should be cooking for their own family's palate. Okay. So now this vinaigrette gets just drizzled all over. Okay. This basically shaved vegetable salad. Okay. Beautiful. Excuse me. Oh, I forgot. These are little alfalfa sprouts too that my wife bought. So we use these too. Okay, these are delicious.
You just drizzle all over. I will remember in the last video you forgot to use those.
Yeah. Okay, so the alfalfa sprouts. Beautiful. Okay, here. Put it right here. You want me to cut it this way? Lengthwise?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Carly's favorite cucumber. Yeah, you can have both. Okay? So when we're plating this, I like a nice little spicy mustard with my salmon, the salmon dish. So, but Charlie doesn't like spicy mustard, so she doesn't like spicy. So we'll just put it right here on the side, okay? A nice little dollop. Okay, so now we're looking good. Salmon's looking pretty good, okay? Nice and crispy. We'll give it a little flip. Look how beautiful that looks, okay? And now we'll just turn it off and let it carry over, okay? So if you want to hear how crispy it is, we'll put it closer to the camera. Okay. So and then when one side is a little bit thicker than the other, so we'll just take this fat and kind of drizzle it over the fatter side of the salmon, so it kind of it helps it cook more evenly. Okay. Okay. And now we're looking beautiful. Okay. And we're done. Okay, and Charlie, you want to put a little bit of finishing salt? You want to put some Maldon salt on the fish? Okay.
Good fish.
Not so much. That's good. It's plenty. Okay. It's plenty. Plenty.
That's pretty.
Good job, baby. Okay. And let me show you guys. So here we have it. All done. So this is our roasted fish, roasted salmon, with spring vegetable salad, spicy mustard, and here the skin.
Mm-hmm.
Hear that?
Yeah.
That's what you're looking for every time.
Yeah.
And you see how slow and easy that was?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Thanks, guys. Make sure you like our video and subscribe down low. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye.
Make sure you watch our video and subscribe.